T-Funk TV and subscribe.
That rebirth starting to take off. Y'all better catch it.
If it's too big, you gonna let it get by you. Now catch it while it's on the way up.
Subscribe, like, and share to the rebirth for T-Funk TV. Come on in my lives, man. Watch my videos. Dang.
Told y'all. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, mother. Yes. Back to the rebirth for T-Funk television. Y'all know I don't celebrate holidays. But happy day to y'all. I hope y'all get a bunch of turkey. I'm going to say it like that. Now, I got a banger for y'all, though. Yes, sir. I promised it to everybody on my live. And I'm finna bring that thing. But before I do that, y'all come on in this thing and drink. You know you in here with Mr. Drink Something, Smoke Something. So drink something, smoke something with your partner. Hit that subscribe button. Man, hit that subscribe button, y'all. Make sure you subscribe now. Like, share, and comment. Talk to me. I'll talk back to you now. Oh, hold up. Everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Let's go on with me. Get on in here then. Let's go. Take you on this journey, and I promise I won't leave you. All right. So, boom. Boy. This happened in the trenches. The gladiator camp I was at. You know, so we at Albemarle Correctionals. And by it being an STG camp, you know, it ain't nothing but gang members there. So they got the artillery in the falls for kitchen people, school people, and just miscellaneous people that ain't really, you know. I mean, shit go down over in Tillery and Falls, little fights and head bustings and stuff, because it's medium custody. It's got people with life sentences, 20, 30, 40, 50 years and better. You know, it's going to be confrontation. But they got this one dorm that they call the ghetto. That's where the road squad, the boys that go out up under the gun. Not like the little green clothes, camp shop, private unsolved, you know, somewhere or something. You know, so they ain't got no gun over there. Or none of that. They just out there with a road squad leader. But when you in medium custody and they take you outside that fence, oh, it's a dude with a big 12 gauge shotgun behind you. So 2 days ago, back then now, Monday, it would be 2 days ago for us. I'm trying to put this story together just like it was. Okay, today is when this shit happened on Thanksgiving. But 2 days ago, everybody, North Carolina feeds you real good on these pagan ass holidays, bro. On these holidays, I ain't gonna lie, North Carolina get you right. Christmas, they gonna give you a bag. Bro, I done had steak in there before, potatoes, all that, bro. You gonna get that North Carolina. They gonna get a nice piece of turkey, all that today. So, people be wanting them trades. And they go for a little more. So, it was this dude named Buff and this dude named Kivo. They wasn't co-defendants. They wasn't from the same town in South Carolina. They done did time in South Carolina first. and they had to come and pay the piper in North Carolina. They did their time. Well, I don't know about Kivo, but I know that's what Big Buff had to do. All I know, Kivo was in North Carolina prison for 15 years. Big Buff had already did like 12, 13 in South Carolina, and then he had like 15 for us. So, by them both being from South Carolina, they gravitated to each other. I guess as I would, if I was running to a North Carolina dude, if I was in South Carolina prison or Georgia or somewhere else. Understandable. Overall, they was all right. But they had that country boy slow larceny with them, man. That's the only thing, bro. Like every second, like, cause my man bringing that shit from South Carolina prison to North Carolina, and it's ran totally different. Yeah, prison is prison, but we get paid in our prisons. You don't get paid in South Carolina prisons. We got different spending limits. We got different stuff about clothes. We got different. It's just a lot of shit that's different in North Carolina. And I used to have to tell cuz all the time, cuz, our shit different than that, bro. Yeah, prison is prison, but it's not SESDS. It's NCDS, North Carolina Department of Corrections, not South Carolina Department of Corrections. Y'all see that thing? And I always go up. That's that P shit. But look, though. So, we all was cool. They was wanting to get put down with that. If y'all see this, I wasn't in no hurry to do it. I fooled with the boys. They slept in my dorm. Like I said, we all was cool. But I had already seen in them few months about being around them leading up to this. Bunch of larceny that about kept them in a bunch of shit. Buff done fought about 3-4 times. Kivo done fought twice. They wasn't the hell of a fighters. They really didn't win none of them. They stayed trying to bring that South Carolina larceny to North Carolina, and y'all, it's a big difference. You can put South Carolina inside of North Carolina 2 times. North Carolina's bigger than South Carolina. We're more close to upstate than they are. They down south more, you know. So it's a big difference, bro. You got to cut your hair in South Carolina prison. You don't in North Carolina. So now y'all see what I'm saying. So I used to have to tell cuz, like, look, bro, you're not in South Carolina prison, bro. So really, they done got lumped up a few times. They know about the game politics and stuff. So, you know, that's why I wouldn't really put them down or nothing. But I was cool with them, though, man. I ain't gonna lie, they wasn't no bad dudes. They just stayed in some shit, bro. You can tell why they was in prison, so to say. So that Monday, people knowing like Wednesday or Thursday, Thanksgiving. So these boys also, they go sell their trade. But when I get out of the shower and I walk up, they get real quiet, but I already kind of heard a little bit of what you were saying before you peeked that I was walking up. They can't get back in line and try to get another trade. They're going to sell their trades to, you know, Caucasian boys. And then, you know, the person, you know, that they really feel like give them a problem, that's who they'll give it to. But they're going to try to sell their trade to a few different people. So when I walk up, I already done, you know, put my boxers, t-shirt on. I go to my bed, I sit down. I turn to the left, pray to the Most High first. You know, put lotion on my legs and everything. Then I put my prison suit on, back on. Because I had a visit. So After I go to visitation to come back. And the reason why I had a visit is because I went to talk to a lawyer. Like I said, I was facing pending charges while I was in prison. So when I went and talked to the lawyer and came back, these boys had already started going around different doors or whatever, because we was on controlled movement. So they couldn't leave Bladen and go to Tillery Falls no more because they had us on controlled movement. So we wasn't mingling with nobody other dorms unless we was in Indian ceremony, church, different stuff like that. So AA meetings and all that. So quite naturally, ain't nobody that stupid that's in controlled movement gonna sell you their trade, knowing they probably ain't gonna see you, but scarcely. So what they try to do is we got A, B, C, and D. One room, it got a TV schedule set by two dudes. And everybody go in and make a schedule every day what we're gonna watch, hour by hour. So that, like when I was at Hope, it wasn't no TV schedule. That's why I was always bumping over that TV. That trick box will get you tricked up out of here though. So like A and B, sports TV and the B. It always stay on sports all day. If you want to watch a movie, you got to go in A. Them two could do that, and C and D could do that. So these boys call themselves with that country goddamn country bunking ass, fugazi ass, largely. Y'all, these weird ass dudes. Monk ass niggas call themselves gonna dorm hop. Sell the trades a few times. I told you people don't really fool them as much. Because it's done been situations like I told you, but it was in other dorms and that was rumors. See, they got sent over there to Baden because if you in Tillery Falls and you ain't in the kitchen in school, you over there cutting up car, they'll get your ass up out of there. They gonna send you down there to the jungle. And y'all, I just like doing time in the jungle. I don't know why. I'm better around the murderers and the killers, bro. I can trust them more, bro. I can trust them to stay on, not be a convict instead of an inmate. They ain't gonna just run and tattletale like kids do, bro. And you can get it, as long as bro, you a man on man time. So I'd rather be. I was in Tillery and Falls and wanted to go to Baden and got to Baden because I kept going back and forth to court. So they was moving me around. So by the time I came back that one time, just the time they stuck me in Baden and I was glad and I stayed in Baden. So like I said, 3 big dorms inside of a big old prison now. Albemarle Correction, Baden, Tillery, and Falls. This place hold over like 2,000 people. Maybe, I'll say about 1,300, 1,500, somewhere around 2,000, around up in there. Big ass place. But like I said, they stopped it where everybody was mingling in all 3 dorms before I got there. When the new warden came, he put it on control movement. If you in Baden, you ain't gonna see Tillery and Falls. Like I said, unless you going to church and all this other different shit. That's the only way. If y'all don't know about prison, man, you got to be going to AA meetings, coming in and out of the child hall. That's the only way you're going to see these dudes in these other 2 big buildings. But for people who know about prison, you know what I'm talking about when you're on controlled movement. You only dealing with the 300 or 400 that's in your big ass dorm with you. We had our own store, our own DHO that would come, because that's the court people that come down there when you get in trouble. You got your own unit manager, you know what I'm saying? 3 different unit managers that report to the warden. So that's how I go. Man, like it was 3 separate prisons in one big prison though, because you never see them. We use our own yard at the back. Every blue moon, they would let us go to this big old rec yard they got every blue moon. But you got your own weight pile, your own yard at the back of this dorm. So yeah, you see, like, on the summertime, I ain't gonna lie, like, cause on one of my little locs, bro, when they moved me from him and I was in Bladen, like, outside the fence, about 3 double wide fences, you can holler at each other and scarcely see each other. You'll know who over there. If y'all out on the yard, yeah, you can talk loud to each other and stuff like that from the back, but you can't get close to them at all. Hell no, because this is double wide fences separating y'all, probably about 30 feet, 50 feet apart. Mm-hmm. So when they letting us all out on the yard, everybody on the basketball courts and all 3 different separate small yards, because they never really took us to the big yard. And if they did, you was only going with your dorm. But back to the story. So these little dudes bringing that little flim-flammery. So Kivo done sold his trade 3 times. And Buck want to go crazy and sell this shit like 5 or 6 times. They try to sell it to disrespect to some of the white dudes who they thought had money, different stuff like that. Little lame dudes, stuff like that. They fucked around and sold it to the wrong one. Okay. It was this dude. And what he did was, he ain't gonna push the matarata himself. That's Spanish for knife. He ain't gonna push it himself. Black dude. Very highly ranked in certain gangs. I ain't gonna tell y'all which one it is. Just know. He my boy. So, very highly ranked. So, he be done already spotted out everybody week and be having them being abused and doing all kind of stuff. So, what he did, this day, he had done went around and bought a bunch of trades. So, his face was on trays that other people were selling. Yeah, his face was on them trades. Kivo and Buff had them sold trays that this man done purchased. Like, put it like this. All right. He was sending people out to buy as many trades as he could, because that day he wanted his whole gang to eat real good. Like, they buying all the turkey, dressing, all the little, that year they were giving everybody a little patty pie in a box. Everybody was getting one. Pumpkin pie. He wanted all that. So you telling these folk, you selling them they trade, when they done already sold theirs to them, and you telling them, you selling yours to them, but the day done came now. It's Turkey Day. So, this how they do it. You gonna wake up early and get breakfast. Ain't no lunch that day. Lunch is dinner. But they gonna bring you that goddamn meal probably about 2. You gonna eat breakfast early about 5. Get count. And they're gonna bring you that meal about 2. But then you gonna start seeing, like I told you, North Carolina, boy, on these picking ass holidays, boy, you're gonna start seeing people get escorted up out the cold all day long, boy. Knots on top of people. People going in and out, getting escorted the fuck up out of there from getting smacked, hit upside the head for not honoring they motherfucking, yeah. These 2 dummies too. Same shit. They go in there and get their tray. Person that paid them the most, they sold it to them and try to dip off. Both of them. So when they get back, they thinking they done got off. They got their little 2K weed, whatever. Because, yeah, both of them, I left that out, y'all, was some fucking junkies. Any kind of drug they can get their hands on. Pills. Bruh, anything, bruh. But most of they want to smoke. Cigarettes and 2K and weed all the time. So, yeah, that's the moral of the story why the dummies, I think, did this stupid ass shit when you don't got no morals and principles and you using a crutch to help you do your time, bruh. This type of shit happens. The little soft white dudes you thought, they fuck with my people. They want their trades now. They got to turn them trades into my man when they don't go now. So A and B done went out. Now it's time for C and D. Y'all done snuck back in here. That tray supposed to be waiting in there on them with somebody. And they done went in there and that tray ain't in there with one of them trades. You know, snuck out, paid that person, got the fuck on, and they done already had somebody in there that was supposed to get them trades that you owe to these couple of other people when you ain't had but one to sell. Buff done sold that tray about 5 times. Keep on sold that tray about 3 times. Y'all. These boys. Both of them. Thought they would go come back. And didn't know. Folk was already on point, bro. He done left some of his folks down there in the dorm. And when they slid back in, they had their stuff already packed. They were finna try to grab it and go check in. Well, them boys got pulled off up in that bathroom. And y'all, by this time, we done started coming back. And we feeling back up in there. And I told these dummies, bro. I thought these my peoples. I told these dummies don't be doing that petty ass larceny. I can't do nothing for you, but watch. That's all I can do. But they slid them boys in that bottom daggone bathroom, boy. There ain't no police in the booth. He down the hall, way down the hall, watching these folk come down the side. Well, because it's different dorms going in and out of this thing. And there ain't nothing but one police in there anyway. It be about 3 or 4, but they be swapping. It got to be one it got to be one mid-walk coming down there. Because y'all just don't know. It'd be a long walk from these dorms to this child hall. Mostly every prison I know. Bro, you got to walk a little ways to get to these child halls. And they're gonna take them guards that was in the inside, put them on post. But after you get through eating, you got to get the fuck up out of there. So people start coming back. And that's what they try to do. They tried to go in there, sell the tray, jump right back up out of there. And bro, he already left people down in there that didn't go. You don't gotta go to child. Them boys slid up in there, bro. Them boys was waiting on them. They tried to grab their stuff. They slid them off. A couple of them slid them boys off in that back shower. And when I was walking in, as I said, well, you didn't hear nothing but some furniture moving. Some little Richard. Wop, pop, a wop, a lock, bam, booing going on. They were trying to fight back. There wasn't no need. There wasn't no need, bro. Them boys had already hit him with the locks of the socks, poked him up with the matarata, started stomping them, beating them, everything. So by the time I come up in that thing, you don't just crowd the area where everything going on there. Like, they done started letting all the dorms in Bladen come back in there so they can let Tillery and Falls start going. So, yeah, quite naturally, the police gonna come. So everybody done start scared, jumping, running. Y'all, it's cameras. I ain't gonna lie. These boys was already in there with the white T-shirts on their face. It's cameras. It's cameras at this prison. But them boys was already up in there with them T-shirts on their face. But the thing is, Watch this. So, police come back in there. Police go back in the booth. And by this time, y'all, I done went and laid down. I'm like, oh, hell, boy. I done went back there, so I won't be involved, because I never went into the bathroom. I walked by and seen it wop-wop-a-loo-bop going on and just kept on going, bro. So that kept me out of it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had to get involved. So, police come in there, bro, you see that trail of blood. What they done did to them boys, the trail of blood, bro. While he done came in there, bro, he walked in that shower. Both of them boys are stretched out in there, bro. Call the code. Astronauts come. Y'all know that's what I call them. When people come in a bunch of it at one time, or they got them shields. They ain't had to do that now, but when a whole bunch of them come, that's when I say they coming. The astronauts. Yeah. So a whole bunch of them's coming. A whole bunch of them ran in there. Then got the nurses, got them boys, lighted their ass up out of there. Lighted them up out of there. But both of them held on. Kivo, they knocked a dent and fractured his skull. He became a vegetable. He couldn't even, no more, man. Like, messed him up bad. And he was poked up everywhere. Big boy, lungs collapsed, broke his leg, his arm. Somebody poked him in the eye. He had holes all in him. But they said he was putting up a fight. So, you know, they sent them boys to medical camps. But after they got him out of there and life flighted them and got them to the outside hospital, they started running them cameras back. They tried to come and talk to me. I said, I ain't seen nothing. Y'all see me walk by the camera and went and got on my bed. When you in prison, you see, but you don't see shit. Now, I'm telling you that. One by one, they start pulling people out. Told them I ain't see shit. I walked by and kept on going. I don't know who it was. That's how they got them, y'all. That control movement narrows everybody down. They know it couldn't have been nobody in Tillery Falls. They don't go to lunch with us. It had to be somebody from these 4 dorms. But they kept rolling cameras back, cameras back, cameras back. They seen when these boys had done put them t-shirts on, t-shirts on when they gathered together and went up in there, bro. And they went and matched their bunk numbers and stuff. Well, they found them. They found them. Right next to they ain't tell on the OG. You know what I'm saying? The boys had to take that ride for this shit. Attempted M on both of them boys. Yeah. Yeah. For real. So, y'all, prison is another world, y'all. Prison is a really another world, like where a little patty pie, some steak turkey, steak goddamn giblet gravy on top of some dressing, some of that little purple shit. They're gonna give you a nice ass roll and probably some cabbage or something. Where that shit mean more than somebody's heart beating or somebody's heart stopping. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Oh yeah. I have seen people fight like cats and dogs, bro, over this shit. I have seen somebody come straight in, oh, bro, we betted such and such and such and such, and you didn't give me my roll from your Thanksgiving trade. Bah! I'm talking about, man, it might not even be the whole trade, bro, but you ain't get my cabbage. That's on the dead homies, y'all. The shit we take for granted out here. Cause we gonna eat this shit 2-3 times. Throw that shit away out here, man. But them boys in there be ready to off somebody over that shit. But them boys be paying $15, $10 a trade. Then a regular trade ain't gonna go with about $2. But when it's one of these mechanism holidays, bro, that price is up. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, stay the fuck out of prison, bro. Stay out of prison, bro. Me and my mama phone was talking the other day. And Nas had done killed this cat. And she didn't want to hear it because how gruesome it was or whatever. She's flaring up or whatever. That's just a little example about something. How prison to do your head. So, Nas shaking the cat, boom, 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 hitting it on the pavement out there or whatever. Like, so don't describe that to me. And I'm like, and she like, you laughing at it. Like, you sitting there telling him to get him and this, that, and the third. Because the cat had been busting our trash and doing a lot of little mischievous stuff. So I did want him to get him. So I was edging it on. She was like, you edging it on and watching it like it's nothing to you. You seeing all of that red stuff. And he just hitting his head on the thing. And you just, it just ain't bothering you. And I'm like, Mama, I done did so much time. I done did so much time in prison and seen so much violence to the point that where, man, I see something like that now. It's normal. It's almost normal, bro. I mean, more and more, since I ain't been in there since 2010, something like that, 11. You know, I've never been institutionalized because I always stayed with the outside world and kept my mind right, even on my longest bid. But I'm just saying, though, bro, you grow to seeing it so much on the norm to where, bro, when you get out here, you want to stay away from it. You don't want to be involved. But if you see it, it's like, oh, it ain't no but some. Yeah. For real, cuz. And it just was so gruesome to her. But I just sit there and watch it like it wasn't that. Because I've seen human heads bounce off that concrete. Bounce off them cell walls. Bounce off of, off of one of them steel tables. Somebody get earthed. Boom, dead on their head. Not on top of a knot. Because ain't no rules in there, bro. Unless y'all, you know, agree to go to the red door and it ain't nothing but hands. But if somebody crash out, bro, hey, especially in jail, bro, hey, somebody take you for a ride, bro, bust all your whole head, bro. But if you can defend yourself and you don't mind seeing shit like that, go on to jail or prison. This done been a nut. This done been another banger. I told y'all I was going to do it. Let me hit the sub button. I'm out. Gang. Peace of love.